Hello and welcome to the home of the Ghost Owl, and we're back for another Warhammer the Old World video. 2nd of Jan, we got Warhammer Community released another article, Bretonnia Kit Focus Knights of the Realm Walk, so their lords can fly. So let's take a look at what this says. So we've got, brand new miniatures, company fresh rules, mix of classic, strategy of rank and file. Yep, so we've got Lord of Pegasus and the Knights of the Realm on foot. Okay, so let's have a look at these kits. So they're designed to fit, obviously, with the old style. So if you already do have existing miniatures, they're supposed to fit within the same style. Lords of Bretonnia, several different options. So you've got a knightly lance, ornate shrine-topped helmet, or a baron with a more restrained circlet. Okay. So if we look at the sprue here, so you've got your lance. Okay. Nice that you don't... So one thing to note, okay, right, so you've got no sort of embossed or engraved stuff on the shield. So nice flat area if you're into transfers, but on here you do have it modelled in with the symbol. So that's something to bear in mind. Depends on how you are in terms of matching symbols up in your army. Yeah, overall looks like a pretty standard new style kit. That is an interesting design on top of the helmet. Not sure how I feel about that. It kind of looks a bit odd. I see what they're trying to go for. But as someone who cosplays a Grail Knight, this kind of just also looks a little bit weird with the two pillars and then this on top. I think that might be something that I would look to potentially remodel myself. Okay, and then we've got the Pegasus here, so you've got a nice sort of base for it to fit into, single pose. But yeah, all looks pretty standard. Not too much to say about this kit. Looks pretty standard. It's got all the bits in there that you'd want. Again, some reasonably nice flat surfaces here for either freehanding or transfers, depending on whatever you're doing from a symbol perspective. But yeah, so the only thing about that is the head in here, the armoured head with the weird sort of shrine fleur-de-lis thing on top, I'm not sold on, but the rest of it, yeah, looks pretty good standard kit. Okay, there you go, and there you can see Paladin on the Royal Pegasus there with the standard bearer, and you can see here, so as you can see, that's free-handed on there, so just bear in mind there's nothing embossed on the banner, so it's either freehand or transfers. The other thing on the shield here, something to note is that on these shields, of course the one here with the chain becomes much more difficult if you are using transfers. Clearly again here that's freehand, so either might be wanting to think about good freehand skills, or you're going to have to start working out how you can maybe cut or trim transfers to go on these smaller spaces, and if you are going to do that, I do recommend you get a scalpel-like modelling knife to be able to really cut those transfers precisely. So definitely something to consider there. And no weird helmet crest on this one. Okay, so now we're on to the Knights of the Realm of Foot. Really interested in these guys because these essentially are a new infantry kit, and I think a lot of people have wanted Knights on Foot for a long time. So again, you've kind of got these weird shrine head things going on. I actually prefer the more traditional things. The lion here, if that is a lion or a boar, I think it's a lion. The sort of stag helm. That's your traditional sort of Knights of the Realm. If you go and look at old Knights of the Realm helmeted heads, these things with the sort of mini shrine / temple church things on top, I just don't like them as much, I have to say. We see it here again. But you can say we got shields, again, nice flat shields, good for transfers, and then you've got your hand weapons, all swords apart from one that we can see here is the axe. Maybe that's something that can denote standard bearer or champion or something like that. Okay, and then in the other sprue here, okay, so you got two-handed weapons here. So these are, I'm assuming these are great weapons. So that +2 strength, but attacking last. But nice to have the option. You've got a standard bearer here, which has got a similar design to those helmeted heads. So yeah, it does look like there are definitely options to go with the helmeted heads that don't have that design on top. It's a personal thing. That's clearly a champion head there. And again, that's the kind of style and design that I like. They got this one here as well with the horse. That's the style I like for the helmeted heads. But yeah, overall, a pretty reasonable selection of both weapons, heads, and so on. I'm just not sold on these ones with the shrine thing on top. It looks a little plain. All right, if you compare that to these big stag horns and a lion and everything else, this just looks a little plain and a little kind of strange. But there you go. But overall, pretty nice. I say nice flat shields, good for transfers. Bretonnians, if you're not good at freehand, you're going to need transfers, right? Because it's all about the heraldry. Okay, and you can see it here. So you can see this. This is all the sort of helmet design that I like. This is one of the ones I'm not sure about. But I actually do like the banner, like the lady in here in the banner. That's cool, and it's a bit reminiscent for me of some of the things like in Sisters of Battle, as it the Simulacrum. Imperialist type, or certainly those banners they have. That's fine. That's cool. I like that. Candles, everything, very nice. It's on the helmet that I'm not so sure about. But you can see them here with those two-handed great weapons. Looks to be a really, really nice kit overall. Obviously the helmets are different. It depends how uniform you like your miniatures in a unit. I actually don't mind that. I think it's quite nice. They're slightly different. But there you go. So actually, the kits themselves, look, they're new kits. No wasted space on the sprues. Looks like there's plenty of options, little accessories on them. So other than those few minor things with the helmets, everything actually looks like a pretty decent modern kit that you'd expect. And certainly myself, I'll definitely be looking to pick up Knights of the Realm on foot. And in the future, maybe I'll look to pick up a Lord on a Pegasus, but I do have my Lewin Leon Coeur model, which I'll be using as a Lord on Hippogriff, plus I have both Lords on foot and also on horse already. So Lords, not a priority. Knights of the Realm on foot, I really like the look of them, and I think they could be really, really good for a Bretonnian army, because your infantry really needs to be that anvil to stay in place and allow your cavalry to get charges in, preferably on those flanks. There you go. So that's the Bretonnian kit focus. Hopefully we'll see some more of these over the coming days. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Let me know why in the comments down below. And as always, if you want to see more content, please hit that subscribe button. Free for you to do. Means a lot for me, so thank you for that in advance. You've been watching The Ghost Owl. Tune back in for some more of our Warhammer The Old World content.